hope you're enjoying the new site and the resources we've added. We had a couple suggestions that we've taken to heart and would love to hear more. This is your site, not ours. We want to strive to be what our name says we are, the RE Source, which is the real estate source. Your source for all things real estate. Okay, that sounded super commercially, so I'm gonna stop. Anyways, let us know if we missed anything and we'll get it added right away. Now for today's show, I wanna do something a little different. We're normally the source that brings you guys all the goods, but today we need to tap into all of you guys and all of your good thoughts. So today, you guys are the source, not us. I have a genuine question, and quite honestly, from the sounds of it, I think a lot of people have this question. It's about leads. Aha, the coveted lead, where all transactions start. Now, there's easy leads, you know, like the easy ones that a realtor hands off. It's like, hey, I know for sure that Sally wants to buy a house. Can you help her? Or vice versa. Hey, I know for sure that Sally needs a mortgage because she just made an offer on a house. Can you help her? But what about those pesky leads? You know, the ones that aren't so clear cut. You know, the internet leads, or maybe the sign call leads that, you know, aren't that strong, but you want to pass it on to the lender to cultivate it, and then maybe he'll turn it into a real lead. What about those leads? You know, the lead that's not really a lead, rather more of a lead that could turn into a lead. How do you guys handle those? The reason I ask, I think there's a huge difference on how these leads get handled between super successful teams and those that want to be super successful teams. Now, I happen to know a few of both. I have colleagues in the industry that are at the top of their game from Washington to Florida. And I have some colleagues that aren't so successful. In interviewing them, I found that the teams that succeed and win when it comes to leads have a clear and concise plan for who and how these leads are going to get worked. The other teams I spoke with, not so much. The teams that had clear and concise plans obviously had the better conversion rates. The teams that didn't obviously had some fallout. Now, one thing or mindset that successful teams seem to share is a thought and an approach that realtors sell and lenders, well, lend. In other words, they knew what everybody's highest and best use was and made sure they spent time doing what their highest and best use was. The other teams seemed to batter out a lead for a while until it either got converted or just fell by the wayside. So, question, how do you guys handle this? Let's say a realtor gets a lead. What happens next? Who cultivates it? Where does it go first? If they can't get financing, then what? Is it the job of the lender to cultivate it? Or is it back on the realtor? If they don't answer the phone, then what happens? Some of you may have a clear and concise plan, and some of you are sitting there saying, yeah, well, about that. See, what happened was... Now, I'm not saying there's a right and a wrong way, but I will share my initial thoughts, and they seem to be echoed by some of these teams. Realtors sell, and lenders lend. If a lender's tracking down leads, that means they're not spending time closing your client's loans. And on the flip side, if a realtor's tracking down leads, that means they too are taking time away from their highest and best use. So what do? Whose responsibility is it? How do you guys do it? Now, I'm not talking to the bigger teams because they probably have it figured out. But if you guys want to share your insight down below, I'm sure it'll be much appreciated. But what about the average realtor and LO teams? How do you guys handle this tough question? And are you successful at it? If not, what are your challenges? I think I know a few of your challenges. You'd probably say that the lead doesn't call back, or maybe they're not qualified, or maybe it's not even really a lead and you feel like you're just kind of part of an exercise in futility. Let us know your successes and your challenges. I'd love to hear some feedback on this, and I'm sure the others would too. Are you guys winning when it comes to this? Are you struggling and need to make some changes? Are you using your realtor or your lender like a lead punching bag and just throwing leads at them hoping that one will stick? Well, if so, is there a better, more efficient way to handle this? Successful teams, what advice can you give others? Do you have software that maybe you employ, or maybe you have a designated lead guy or gal? I don't know. Let's get this thing figured out so we can all buy, sell, and lend more houses. Okay, RE Source Nation, you're up. What do you guys say? Let us know down below, and we'll see you guys next week.